pulled it. Well, it had plenty on it, but that's no bargain. Take a look where the flag is. And David Duval has apparently asked for a rules official.
I think they're trying to think, David, I think they're trying to stop play because they can't look in the sun. It's unplayable. I think they have a good cause.
Kenny, you know, I'm not, you know, you can stop if it's too dark. Can you stop if it's too light?
I don't care.
Well,
I don't know how long
Vijay says he doesn't care, but I mean, you can't even look up. You have no idea where that's going.
Even with his, you know, those re-entry shields on, he can't. I've hit this tee shot, and you really can't. This time in the afternoon, you got no idea where it's going.
David, if you come back tomorrow and the winds are a little bit down, obviously your chances of going for this green and two are considerably better. You know that David Duval has calculated that.
You know they got that in their mind, David. If you got any brains at all, you know that's what they're thinking.
Well, Ernie Els, who laid up, he's got this back there about 90 yards. And as we've seen, we need to be very careful with this one. Get it all the way back there before it starts to spin. Beautiful. Beautiful. So difficult to gauge the distance coming off the downslope. Tightly mown fairways, 3/8 of an inch. Back on the tee, it seems that it's all systems go. Vijay, well, both these guys have the length to get there if they can smash one down the middle with a little draw. This wind is bitterly cold. Vijay still in short sleeves. But he'll have the jacket on as soon as he's made this swing. Long, languid, beautifully fluid swing. And that one catches the second cut though. He's already made his mind up. Can't go from there. Duval now. A very fashionable little turtleneck. He's wearing two of them though. He's got a short sleeve one on underneath it.
David, there'll be no chance for them to play 16. I think that this will be the end of their play today as they hit 15.
I think so, Kenny. It's getting pretty murky down here in the Dale. Looked like a nice, hard, penetrating flight. Well, that one gets past the crosswalk. Might have a chance from there. Oh no. Mickelson is over there somewhere. And this is no picnic. He's coming downwind a little bit, and it's from his right. And if anyone can get this close, now that'll be a very bony lie right there, hard packed underneath where the crowd has walked. Now the real danger here is, you know, with the sand wedge, here's the club bouncing, Kenny, and you get that bump flyer. You could knock it all the way back through the green down towards the water in front of the 16th tee.
You cannot have any club here, a shot here with a club that has bounce on it. You have to have a big flange with a good leading edge and no bounce, because if it's got a bounce, you'll belly this thing right over the green. But I don't imagine with the shots that Phil Mickelson plays, David, is that he's got that wedge that doesn't have any bounce, or he couldn't play those big flop shots.
Yeah. A lot of hands in pockets, kind of like a British Open crowd. Tend not to get so much applause at this stage of the game.
I'd have to say, David, that the difference between the morning group and this group, I would have to give it as much as a close to a 4-shot difference.
Yeah, no question. Virtually all the really good scores from the morning groups. Oh, he seemed to just pick that one beautifully. Oh, that's a great shot from there. I know it's going some 30 feet by, but that really is a very good shot. Earlier at 17.
Loren Roberts, very difficult putt coming over the shoulder of the bunker. Miguel Angel Jimenez putted off the green from here. Darren Clark 3-putted, was as angry as I've ever seen him. That's a superb putt. Perhaps what we would have expected from Roberts, but this 17th hole, the wind really not swirling. It's been howling straight down this hole for the last 2.5 hours. Very difficult to get close. Putting's difficult. Nick Faldo played a pitch shot from well right of the green, a beautiful shot to about 6 feet. It stopped. While he was walking up to the hole, it blew back to about 2 feet. So the wind's a factor. Loren Roberts, a super round today and a chance to finish 18, Kenny. That could be a huge advantage. Well,
there's no doubt about it. I would like, because I don't want to get up early in the morning and come out and play one hole.
Exactly, but perhaps just rushing things a little bit there and bogeying. It's been a superb round for not a very long hitter, but of course a great putter.
Peter, that was much faster putt than he usually takes.
It's very gusty on the front of that 17th, and I think players, when the wind just there's a lull, they'll go for it. We'll go to the 15th.
And Vijay a long way back, 265 yards. Waiting for Mickelson. Back up the slope. Well, went for the green in 2. We haven't seen that for, well, 2 or 3 hours. Comes away with 5. Tiger sits in the clubhouse saying, "Come to Papa." Vijay laying up. Tumbleweed out here.
Someone's toupee. I think it's a smart move, though. I wouldn't give him any chance or thinking to go for this, David.
No. Not a prayer. He could do himself a favor by getting it way over in the left corner here if he can. Well, that one down the right. Kind of a narrow angle. And Ernie didn't like that one from the minute he hit it. Short putt's so difficult in this breeze. Duval now laying up also. And that one's just about perfect. He's got the angle coming back up the slope. He'll throw it into the right of the flag. We'll go to 18.
Well, about 5 minutes before they're going to call it, Loren Roberts will go ahead and get the 18th started. He'll have the option to finish, which I'm sure he'll accept.
He doesn't have to rush this hole right now. He can take his time and play. He's got enough light. He didn't, but it looked like he rushed a little bit at 17, Jim, with that putt to be able to get to 18 and finish 18.
Els made his par back at 15.
Go off in the air.
Phil Mickelson. And in fact, I thought obviously that third shot, that pitch off the matted down turf, demanded a lot of thought.
That's just what I asked. I think it was gone too long anyway. There's a van right over here by 17th seat.
You made a good point, Jim, about that. Tomorrow morning they'll go out and hit some golf balls. They'll be better.
Well, you would rather, in this position right now, be able to warm up in the morning and drill the given club off the par 3. Say it's a 6-iron, it just hit 10 or 15 of those before you go out and play that as your first shot tomorrow.
Exactly.
The horn is on the way. Phil has tipped us off.
Well, I believe Loren Roberts will go ahead and finish. I don't think Mickelson and Els will play 16. They can't start the hole because the horn went off. But you can finish a hole when the horn goes off.
Now, would you rather go ahead and play these shots out at 15 today or tomorrow?
I'd rather go tomorrow because it'd be an easier pitch. Pitching into that wind and all this stuff, I'd rather go in the morning when it's calm. I think if I was them, I'd mark it.
Johnny Brendel from the PGA Tour. Conversation with David Duval. These guys just want to get to the house. I'll tell you that.
You didn't hear a horn out there at all, did you, David?
I actually heard a couple of little squeaks.
Yeah, it was a squeak.
Yeah. Mr. Nicholson. Tough day is right.
I can't remember more difficult conditions to play under at Augusta in all the years.
Even more than 56.
56 was the same way. A really big wind.
So 40 some odd years now, 44 years since you've seen a day like this here.
In fact, in 56, only one player shot 71, and you had scores really high.
So Duval's going to mark Kenny, and he's going to use the same strategy that you thought was best.
I think that's a smart move because the pitch shot tomorrow morning it's a much easier pitch shot without the wind and all the stuff, and you're cold, your hands are cold. I mean, it's like I'm trying to finish. I think it's a smart move. I don't believe Loren Roberts will pick it up. I believe he'll go on, but this is a smart move, I believe.
Loren Roberts in the 18th fairway. But if you're Duval and you're Singh, you can have a restful night's sleep knowing you got to come out early in the morning and hit that pitch shot over the water.
Well, you put it back there, and you can, as you say, you go to the practice range, you hit some balls, and then you hit about 10 or 15 nice, because you know the distance. You start practicing just that distance you want, and you get it right down.
Good point.
You send your caddy out there. How far are we from here? Well, you're X amount of yards. Let's go to the practice range. Give me X amount of yards, and that's where I'm going to hit about 15 pitch shots.
Dave, you know,
of course, on the range, it's hard to find a downhill lie, though, like the line at 15. All right, Loren Roberts here at the 18th, 189 yards, Kenny.
Yes, not a long tee shot, but I told you, I knew he would finish. He does not want to come out and play this second shot tomorrow morning, and he's got enough light to finish.
Don't ride it. Just
come up the hill.
Yes,
very well.
Yeah,
very well done there, Loren.
Almost hole high.
And now he can sleep in the morning.
The Singh family will head in. Vijay and Ardina. He'll go into the night with a 3-shot lead, 2 under in these most difficult conditions today.
There are those who follow and those who lead the way. Those with blinders on and those with vision. Those who await the future and those who shape it. That's true whether you're an individual, a country, or a company. Citigroup. Lead by example.
Night.
Provides no ambient illumination.
It's scary.
Yet objects give off energy in the form of heat.
It would be amazing if you could see what's out there.
Duval DTS thermal detection system with a head-up display projects images of the road ahead.
Beyond the range of your headlamps.
The all-new Duval DTS, the world's first car available with night vision. The power of and, the fusion of design and technology. Cadillac.
The Masters Tournament is sponsored by Citigroup. lead by example. And by Cadillac, the power of and, the fusion of design and technology.
So as the sun sets here at Augusta National, a look at our leaderboard here in the third round. Vijay Singh with the largest lead of this third round, 3 strokes ahead of David Duval. Ernie Els and Loren Roberts are 4 back. Tiger Woods moving all the way to the first page of the leaderboard, along with Davis Love with the best rounds of the day, 68. And Mike Weir also at 1 under with his 70 today. Fred Couples a 70 to move to +2. Greg Norman also one of those off early. And Jesper Parnevik at 70 to move to +2. Tough day for Masters champion Ian Woosnam, 76 to go to +4. Colin Montgomery, a disappointing 77, is at +6. And Jack Nicklaus, an 81 today, a +9 round for the Golden Bear. A reminder tomorrow, the final round of the Masters, the 64th edition. Play here on CBS at 4 o'clock Eastern Time. They'll finish the third round at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. And let's go out to 18 and Jim Nantz.
Thank you, Dick. Ken Venturi alongside, and this twosome of Roberts. Goosen will finish. That'll mean 8 players will have to come out at 8 o'clock tomorrow to finish their third round. Goosen. Yet another one who's fallen victim to these extreme conditions. Tom Lehman's received word that play has been called. He heads to the clubhouse. The last 5 pairings today, collectively 25 over, which makes Vijay Singh's round even that much more remarkable. He is 2 under today.
Right now, I would consider that with Vijay Singh being 2 under these conditions and not played the 15 yet. I would consider that being like 5 or 6 under for the day.
Loren Roberts is 1 under for the day.
You know, he's going to finish out, but you notice how much more time he has taken on this putt than he did at 17. He rushed the first one, and they really rushed the second one.
I think he may have rushed it because he may have felt that the horn would sound before he could rush to 18, and he wanted to get in. He didn't want to have to warm up twice tomorrow, come out to the course twice.
I agree with you 100%, Jimmy. This is a makeable putt for him.
Good stroke.
Well, he'll finish at -3, but he doesn't have to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning. He doesn't have to come out and hit balls. He's finished, and I think that all in all, I know he lost the shot at 17, but all in all, considering, I think it's to his advantage to get through 18 and not have to come out in the morning.
Yeah, he won't even have to really be out until afternoon time.
No.
Goosen will be the last to play here on a wild day at the Masters.
Right now, he would be in the second to the last group, and so he would, last tee times would be late, and so we're coming on the air at 4 o'clock.
Goosen in with 78. Roberts 71. And so here in Augusta, Georgia, after today's Masters competition, the leader is Vijay Singh.
forecast is absolutely outstanding. A gorgeous day with no sign of rain. Enjoy sunny skies throughout the afternoon.
There's only one thing truly predictable. Pure exhilaration in all weather conditions. Seville SDS. The power of and. The fusion of design and technology. Cadillac.
You don't have to be famous or some cultural icon. And no formal education is required. Leadership isn't just about elected officials and corporate honchos. It's about ordinary people doing a most extraordinary thing. Taking on responsibility, showing the way. If we in some way measure up to that level, then as a company, we've truly accomplished something. Citigroup. Lead by example.
Now, Vijay Singh, 2 under, round through 15 today. 7 under to lead by 3. His father was an aeronautical engineer, taught him golf, probably taught him about the wind as well. As we are about to say goodbye from this 3rd round, play will be started again tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. Well, Tiger Woods, perhaps that smile was more than we thought at midday today. A knowing smile from Woods, although puckered there. This is Woods' second shot at 7, and it sets up the first of a run of 4 consecutive birdies. And a putter that had not been very successful in the first 2 rounds brought him his 4th straight birdie at 10. And suddenly Tiger Woods was at even par. Now his second shot at 13, the par 5. He reaches in 2 and goes on to birdie, and for the first time in red numbers at 1 under. Eagle putt at 15. But another birdie en route to a 68 along with Davis Love, the low rounds of the day, and then late afternoon winds gusting to 30 miles an hour, dipping the temperature, chill factor under 40 degrees. And it took a bite out of some of the game's best. Not 44-year-old Loren Roberts. He started 2 under. Look at this long birdie putt at 7, displaying his incredible talent on the greens. That took him to 5 under. He finished, as we have just seen, at 3 under. Meanwhile, the winds did batter the hopes of many players today. Steve Jones at 7, bunker to bunker, eventually a triple bogey, 5 under to 2 under. Phil Mickelson, 3rd shot at 5. Zigzagging his way to an uncharacteristic 40 on the first 9 today. 5 under to 1 under on the first 9. Nick Price, 3rd shot at 15. Certainly looked good there, and then the spin takes it back into the water. Leads to double bogey from 300 to -1, and tied with Tiger Woods and Davis Love and Mike Weir. 36-hole leader David Duval's tee shot at 12 will hit a wind wall.
Go, get out, go!
To be claimed by Rays Creek. Leads to double bogey from 5 under to -3. Same hole, Vijay Singh. Stiff, leading to birdie to go 6 under and a 2-stroke lead. That was the first time today anyone enjoyed a 2-stroke advantage. Now Singh, second shot at 14. Under the conditions, may have been as good a play as we witnessed throughout this entire day. In fact, the kind of shot that can lead to winning a tournament. That took him to -7, a 3-stroke advantage for Vijay Singh. David Duval 3 back as we go to Messrs. Nance and Venturi.
Well, you look at this leaderboard and those at 1 under. We talk so much about Tiger, but let's give some equal treatment here to Davis Love, who has a remarkable record here at Augusta. Born the day after the '64 Masters, twice a runner-up, and also Mike Weir, who on Monday became a father for the second time back in Draper, Utah. A little girl named Lily. He was the last to arrive here at Augusta. There he is, Mike Weir, at 1 under. 8 players, that's all we have in red figures right now.
What a big change when we saw this morning, and when you made the thing that the last group's 25 over par, that is just unbelievable. When you look at these conditions, you can see why. And I can, as we talked about coming here since, I've been coming here since '54. I don't remember playing this late or in this cold ever since I've been coming here.
I feel like we're doing a late night highlight show. I saw Sergio Garcia's name, and he's in at +1, tied for 10th. Somebody told me that this would be the day of El Nino. I thought they were talking about Sergio, not the weather system.
You're right.
Stewart Cink with a round of 72, paired with Tiger all 3 days.
Paul Azinger had it to 1 under par for a while, and it took its toll there with Woosnam also that way. Darren Clark with the 78. That shows you all that talent and how scores has just skyrocketed.
All these names, they saw their hopes disappear.
I really thought Colin Montgomery had a real good shot at winning this year, Jimmy.
Yeah. All disappearing down here on a very cool, unspring-like day. Gone with the wind here in Georgia. It's Job, Pate, all these skying in these most difficult conditions. Tomorrow we'll be back here with you at 4 o'clock Eastern time for final round coverage. We just looked through the scores, and those at +2. Kenny included Greg Norman and Fred Couples, Jesper Parnevik, Hal Sutton, Jim Furyk, and others at 2 over. They're tied for 17th and certainly not out of it by any means. So on a windswept day, those who had earned a late afternoon stroll and starting time were clearly not rewarded. Tiger escaped the full fury of Mother Nature with a 4-birdie run late in the morning. Ernie Els didn't let it all disappear. He's in a tie for 3rd with Loren Roberts. And despite the double bogey dunk at the 12th, David Duval is still eyeing a first major. But Vijay Singh, we learned 2 years ago, Vijay means victory. Will it again in Augusta? At sunset tomorrow, we'll have a champion.